Hey, how's it going? I'm Mitali. I'm mostly in the moment, and we're looking at the twin flame energies for the month of June. This is going to be the eclipse season energies for twin flames, which is about June 5th through July 5th, probably a week before and after that, as well. As the general rule of thumb for eclipses is trying to not make major decisions a week before and a week after eclipses, because usually they bring about a lot of change or new information that might affect the decision you're making. So we've been saying this for a while now, but change is upon us. Big, huge change. And I would not be surprised if that comes up in the reading today. Okay, so what is going on for the twin flames for this eclipse season? Wow. The Star card. Which way is it supposed to come out? Upright. The Star card upright. Wow. So this is the card of hopes and dreams and wishes, and kind of keeping your hope alive, keeping your wishes alive, keep putting energy towards them, keep your manifestations going, because they are within reach. They are within reach. This is kind of, for me, indicating that the stars are aligning. Your destiny is unfolding for you and for your twin flame journey. And you're going to be able to see it now. You're going to be able to see it shine. You're going to be able to see it kind of manifest, or the beginnings of it start to manifest into your life. You're going to see how everything starts to be put into place. You know, if you felt like you couldn't handle a relationship because you didn't really have security in your job, that's gonna get figured out. You know, you're gonna be applying to jobs. You're gonna be getting job offers. You're gonna be getting people telling you that there's opportunity available here. You should apply here. I know a friend. Networking, just a perfect job pop up on your laptop screen. That will get figured out, right? Or if you are having some sort of issues with finances and you're like, I don't want to start a relationship without having more saved up, or having my divorce situation finalized, or making sure that I have enough for my kids, or I want to have enough that I can enjoy a new relationship. I can go on vacations. I can take time off. That's going to get figured out. You're going to figure out how to deal with that, where to save what, where to move money around. You're going to figure that out, right? That's going to be the change. And it could be like if you are planning to move and, you waited for the situation to kind of play itself out with this whole COVID situation, or you've been looking for places and you finally found the right one, and you kind of want to make this move before anything would start in terms of romantic love in the physical. You find the place, you get the movers, you get a friend with a truck, you get everything going, and you move, or you plan to move, or you do it slowly over the next month or so. And that's what I mean by the stars aligning. Things just start falling into place. You find the right place, you find the right job, you find the right money move, you find the right people to help you out. You find that all of the things that were blocked before, or that was preventing you from feeling really comfortable and starting a romantic love relationship, a new one, or to kind of rejuvenate and put new fresh energy into one that you already have. This is the perfect sign telling you, keep your focus, keep putting energy behind these thoughts, these manifestations, these lovely energies, because it's all falling into place. It's all falling into place. It's all aligning right now. It's all aligning. Wow. The Emperor card, which is my Divine Masculine card. This came up in the union space not too long ago, like last reading or the reading before, where the Divine Masculines were really pushing forward, being the person leading into the union now. They got their stuff together. They are in the Divine Masculine power in a very healthy way, and healthy masculine energies, and very, very powerful. They feel their own power. They know who they are. They know what kind of life they want. And now, as the Divine Feminines were leading the connection for most of this journey, now that the physical union part is coming through, now that the physical aspects of this relationship and connection is coming through, now the masculine is taking the lead for most part. Wow. Okay, so the divine masculine's feelings towards you, divine feminines. Divine masculine's feelings towards the divine feminines. Okay, so the Justice card and the Ace of Pentacles. The Justice card is in reverse. Okay, so I do feel like the divine masculines are feeling that there was some sort of unjust or unfair situation about offering the divine feminine something in the past, or it would be only fair to the divine feminine if the divine masculines offered to start something new in the physical to the divine feminine first. So I'm getting that the divine masculines are wanting to balance this connection out in the physical, balance the situation out, whatever it was for you and your twin flame. If things were kind of lopsided, if it kind of felt like one twin flame was doing more work or putting more energy and more love and support into the connection than the other twin flame, your twin flame, your masculine, is now feeling like, nope, it would only be fair if I initiated the beginning of this connection now. They really feel like really strongly feel like, this is major arcana, that they need to make the first move. Like I don't think they would even feel right if you came to them first, because I feel like, or not even come to them first, but like if you offer them something first. Like I don't care. I don't think they mind of like who approaches who first, but I feel like they want to be the one to offer, take the risk first. Like I feel like they want to use their healed masculine energy to do the masculine thing, which is to take action in terms of a partnership like this. So the divine masculine, whether it's in love or it's in another sort of partnership like business, or just starting off as friends, or just kind of being around each other and getting to know each other, or getting to know each other's friends and family, and whatever it is, like the divine masculines are strongly feeling like they owe it to the divine feminine, which at this point, I mean, divine feminines, you're so balanced in all your energies that you don't really see it that way. But the divine masculines want to do this. Like I feel like they wouldn't feel right later on in the connection if they didn't make this move first. Like they just feel like they'd be more comfortable in this connection moving forward if they made the first move at this point, at this time, at this cycle. Divine masculines feelings. Okay, so I feel like the divine masculines are very much okay with everything that happened in the past, or just about everything that happened in the past. So all those things that you talk about, like regrets, feeling sorry, feeling like I should have done things in the past with them differently. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted so much time. Maybe I took too much time worrying about how they might react. Maybe I didn't take the time out to kind of really understand what was going on. Maybe I should have took the chance at this point, and this point, but I missed out on all those points. Or I don't know if I'm good enough now for them. I don't know if they're too advanced for me spiritually, or I don't know if I'm in a good place to take on a connection like this. all those worries, all those doubts, all those stresses are finally put to bed. Like, they're so good with that. Like, they're so done with that. They are in a very, very powerful and good place. And we've been seeing that for a while now, so you know, like, they're really good. Like, you want your masculines to be at that level, because when they're healed and they're feeling good, like, you don't want them to feel regretful. You don't want them to feel sad. You don't want them to feel angry. You don't want them to feel not good enough or not worthy. You want them to feel excited, healed, ready to move forward, ready to start this in a really, really good place, wanting to come to you correctly, wanting to listen and understand one another. I don't have to repeat this, because at this point, especially kind of my last reading, which is kind of a weed out reading, this is a very high vibrational audience, and so you already know what I'm talking about. You already know that you want your twin flame in a really good place, and because you want to be in a good place yourself, and you want to be together in a good place, and that's what we're all aiming for, and that's where they are, because they're manifesting things. They're manifesting this right now. They're manifesting this opportunity. They know they want to take the risk. They know they want to be the one who wants to make it right, whether this way, coming to you first, or opening up to you first, or being the one to present you with the opportunity or offer first, is the way or not. They want to at least make the effort. They know they want to make the effort. It makes them feel kind of like, not like proud, but kind of like, it makes them feel good, like yeah, I got this, like, I can do this, like, I'm excited for it now. Like, I feel like they're like so in such a good place that, like, like, nothing can get them down, and like, they're not like this scared little teenager trying to ask their crush, hey, do you like me? Do you want to go out? It's like, they're like comfortable in their own skin. They're like, whatever happens, even if I like mess up what I say, or if I like spill coffee on myself, or spill coffee on them, like, I can deal with it. I can handle any situation. Like, just bring me to them, divine universe. Like, just bring me to them, and I will take care of the rest. I will make this happen. Like nothing can get in the way now. Nothing can get in the way right now. And the Two of Swords, like, they it's funny because they don't know how you're gonna take it. They don't know how this is gonna go. They just know they're in such a good place now that they can come to you. You know how we've been saying that, like, if you want to contact your twin flame, you need to be in a good enough place that it wouldn't affect you if they didn't respond back, and you're just kind of doing it because out of love, out of unconditional love, out of just checking up. Hey, how you doing? I thought this might be interesting to you, or I just want to see how you're doing. Just keeping it like heart-centered, like out of a place of love and not fear. Like, oh, they didn't text me back. Oh, they must be with a karmic. Oh, they must be like reading my text but not responding back to me. Oh, they must have blocked me. Oh, what if I messed it up with messaging them or calling them or trying to see them? Like, no, all of that kind of like obsessive, negative energy is done with, gone, because you guys have worked on it for so long. You know what I'm talking about. Even obsessive twin flame reading energy, when you go through and watch like a bunch of twin flame tarot readings, like, that stage is so done with, like, so long ago. These things that I'm talking about were done with so long ago. You've been working on it. You've been working diligently on your spiritual growth. And so has your twin flame, and that's why reunion is here for so many. I mean, we are literally coming to eclipse season now. This is, I've been getting so many specific messages about this specific time this year, June, specifically May, June, July. It's just, things are going to change significantly. Okay, so how is the Divine Feminines feeling about their Divine Masculines? patiently knowing and waiting. Again, you guys know that I don't like to use the word waiting, but I feel like at this point you're in such a receptive mode that you're just kind of going with the flow, living in the moment day by day. Like you're just in the here and now, and just kind of, I feel like putting your feet up, kicking back, and just watching things. I just saw like a huge rainbow like in the room, which is kind of weird, but like I just saw like a huge rainbow. But I feel like the Divine Feminines can feel and know that like these like Ten of Cups energies, this beautiful kind of heavenly, blissful, divine times are like afoot. Like they're right around the corner. They're actually already arriving. Like you're gonna already start feeling the energies. You're gonna start feeling light. You're gonna start feeling happy. You're gonna start feeling things falling into place. You're just gonna feel like you're in the flow. Things are just working out. You know, you need to have this order come in by today, but it's not due to be delivered for 2 days from now, but it magically appears at your front door right when you needed that package. You know, like things like that just keeps it just, you're in the flow, you're in that high vibe state, Divine Feminines, and that's, I mean, this is kind of really beautiful. I mean, I'm gonna be out of a job. Like I need to move on from twin flame readings, because so many unions are gonna happen that like it's gonna be like time to start the next phase, you know. The Five of Swords in reverse, for me, that is positive change in the air. Just you just feel it, Divine Feminine. It's like in the air. You feel this positive energy just in every breath that you take, in every moment that you're just like in. I don't know, I feel like you're just gonna start feeling it. Like it's gonna feel magical. It's gonna feel blissful. It's going to feel like good times are here, good things are here for you. Wow. Okay. So Divine Masculines, thoughts towards you, Divine Feminines. Divine Masculines, thoughts. Work, Eight of Pentacles. Feeling like the work is nearly complete. Okay, so I'm getting this is more in terms of the work that they've been putting in this twin flame connection. They've been working really hard, Divine Feminines. Divine Masculines have been working really hard, really diligently. And they're nearly done. I'm getting to the point where they can see you now. If you've been in separation, they can see you now. Because they're so close to finishing what they need to finish, or to completing that project, or completing that cycle of lessons, or completing literal work, the place that they work now, and they're going to be moving on to another job. Whatever it is, like I feel like they're so close to being done that they can start seeing you already. Like you know how I've been talking about, like you might get a glimpse of union. Like this, that's what I'm talking about. Like you might even get like communication with them, or some new information about them, or you might even see them, or get more signs and synchronicities, of course, but just kind of more things in the physical, like actual proof and actual evidence that things are happening, because that's how close to the masculine is in completing what they need to do. And part of this, the work that they need to complete, is coming to you, Divine Feminines. That's why I keep getting the strong message. You could probably see in the past few weeks, the Divine Masculines are coming to you. The Divine Masculines are coming to you, because that's part of their current spiritual work, is to be able to use their healed masculine energies to take action in this connection. That is kind of one of their last bits of work that they need to do, or the last like kind of test, or the last kind of like push through, is to actually manifest some sort of union with you, Divine Feminines. Okay, the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so I feel like the Divine Masculine is not worried. about coming to you, divine feminines. I mean, I feel like in the recent past, I think it was like a month and a half ago, the divine masculine was still kind of in the worry phase, because they knew they had to come to you, they knew they had to do something with you, but they didn't know what, and they were kind of worried and nervous how you'd take it. And when we see that they're past that energy right now, I feel like even if they have a little bit of fear left, I mean, that is so understandable. I mean, we are human. It's like, no matter how prepared and how good you're feeling, if you're going to go talk to your twin flame, you're still going to get a little bit of nerves. But they have so much power, so much strength, so much knowing that they have to communicate to you, that they have to tell you their truth, and tell you that they know something. Whatever, it's different for every twin flame connection, but that they know something that they have to tell you about. That sense is so much stronger. It's almost like courageous. Like it's like the feeling of going into a battle for a war that you are for. If you're going into a battle, a war that you believe in, you're gonna take all that strength and all that courage and all that might and all that power to protect and defend what you love, and to do what you think is right, and to provide justice. So I feel like they're kind of like mentally gearing up. They're like they're ready to fight for this love. Wow. Okay, the divine feminine's thoughts towards their masculines. Ten of Swords in reverse. It's so funny because when the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords came up, I'm like, oh, that kind of reminds me of the Ten of Swords. It adds up to a 10. And then we get the Ten of Swords here again, the twin flames on the same page. For the divine feminines, you're feeling not so dead in the water anymore. I feel like no matter how much you know about your twin flame connection in the physical or energetically, at this time, divine feminines, you are doing so well in all areas of your life, or most of the areas in your life, that it's just like you're reflecting back to earlier parts of your twin flame connection, and realizing that even though some of those feelings of holding space for your twin flame and having that much unconditional love for your twin flame is still there, there's a sense that you are such a different person from who you were back then. And that, it just kind of goes to show that that just means that the connection is such a different connection than what it was back then too. Wow, the Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness, I love that. Oh my goodness. And the Hanged Man in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness. Wow. Like the Hanged Man over here. Because divine feminines, without a doubt that you are walking your highest and best path. What are you doing but following your destiny? I mean, what you can't do any wrong here, divine feminine. You've just kind of felt things out with your heart, and just let your heart, your intuition, your gut feelings, your higher guidance lead you down this awesome path that might have seemed confusing, because it was like, where am I going? What's happening? How did I get here? Am I on the right path still? Is this path ever going to end? But it's here. It's here, and you know it, and you feel it. And I feel like this feeling of dread, this feeling of being lost, being totally depressed or saddened or weakened or triggered by this connection is never coming back. That feeling is never coming back, because you've done that. You've completed that. And you're moving towards such a beautiful path. Your destiny, your fate. Wow. Okay, the Divine Masculine's action space towards Divine Feminine. Okay. Okay, we got, oh my goodness, the King of Swords. The King and Queen of Swords. I mean, this is such a very synchronistic reading. The King and Queen of Swords. So I feel like the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculines, whether you've been in separation, whether you've been in communication, whether you've been seeing each other or not, you know, over long distances or not, you know, in the same area, living in the same area or not, like, it doesn't matter. You guys are both in the knowing. You guys both know. And the Divine Masculine here has reached a level of mastery in terms of their spiritual growth and in communication and speaking with the heart using some sort of telepathy, that they are now on their way to communicate this. I feel like a lot of you are getting a lot of communication this month, and it starts now. At least like the communication or some sort of ideas about the future, or just some sort of initial contact, or the beginnings of something more in the physical. Like, I feel like a lot of you get a glimpse of it or have it start around this time in the month of June. The Page of Cups, yeah, because I feel like, okay, so I'm getting like, so some Divine Masculines, it's kind of like 50-50. So some Divine Masculines are going to feel like they are ready to, like, after the first contact, if you haven't been in communication, after communicating for the first time, if you've been in separation for a while, after seeing each other after a long time, if you already have communication with your twin flame or are in a relationship with your twin flame, it's like bringing this idea up for the first time, or voicing their truth about something, maybe something that they believe, like something about their beliefs or spirituality or their philosophy, or something that's really, really important to them, or that they just realized or figured out during these recent times. So whatever it is, wherever you kind of are on your journey, like the Divine Masculines, some of the Divine Masculines are going to be not really expecting to be somewhat romantic or suggest something romantic in that first conversation, or in the first few conversations. Some of them are going to feel like, hey, it just kind of feels natural. I feel like it's okay to go with the flow here and bring up some of those romantic feelings. Some of them are going to wait a little bit and wait till other things are established before making a move like that. But it is on their mind. And a lot of them have the plan to take some sort of romantic initiative later on, if not right away. Okay, so the Divine Feminine's action space towards the Divine Masculine's 10 of Wands. Fell on the 10 of Swords here. Okay, so a lot of 10s. 10's the number of completion. It reduces to a 1, which is the beginnings. And the Swords and the Wands are both very spiritual elements. So definitely a feeling of starting with new responsibilities. Okay, so I've been getting this kind of messages for the Divine Feminine, which is you've put in a lot of work already, and now you're going to have to do one final push. And this one you might like, because it is actually starting the relationship, or actually starting the next part of your relationship, or starting the next venture or the next segment of your journey. But for a lot of you that are watching this, it's going to be actually starting the relationship. So yes, there's one last push, but that push is putting your energy and focus on actually starting the relationship in the physical. So you've done all this work, and we know how long it's been and how much you've done in your inner work and your spiritual work and your loving and supporting energies. But this time, there's a little bit more work to do. And that is the work that goes in to making a new relationship successful by putting in the energy and effort at the beginning of a relationship. So yes, Divine Feminines, you have a little bit more work to do, because you feel like, oh, you put in so much energy that like finally when you come into union, you're not gonna have to do much, or you don't think that far. But there's that little bit more left, and that is just to make sure that everything in the beginning of the connection goes smoothly. Divine Feminines, okay. Wow, Knight of Swords and the Moon card in reverse in hand. Wow. So, okay, so I'm getting that it's gonna be like, I mean, once union happens, it just happens, right? Like once you get in communication, once you get in that idea to move the relationship to the next level, whatever it is for you, it's done, it's over. Now you're into the next phase of the connection, you know? So it's kind of like within a second, within a millisecond, everything has changed. The things that you have to do, the energies that you had to focus on are completely different, you know? Wow. So, I mean, there you go. A lot of people are gonna get first contact, end of separation, communication, physical proof evidence of this connection, moving forward, that your twin flame is on the same page as you, that the relationship aspect or strengthening the connection in the physical is actually happening. Wow, these changes are occurring in this month. Wow. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm so excited for this eclipse season, especially for a lot of you high vibrational souls that are going to get a lot of exciting things happen in your life. I'm Mitali reminding you to stay mostly in the moment, and I wish you so much love, light, and peace.